Greetings, Elder Blacklight here. We're going to get right to it. But first, subscribe, hit that button, like button, and even share this. I'm coming from a perspective that not too many people are coming from. I'm using the enemy's weapon of mass media and programming. You notice he called his shows programming. I'm reversing it and showing you how to get the truth and the real meaning out of what's being displayed over the television and theaters and radio and other media outlets. This represents the devil's grip on the dome or the skull of the black man, which is without flesh, like in the scriptures, the valley of the dry bones. we haven't come to the full knowledge of self because we're not utilizing what was available to us and still is available to us. But a lot of us are being misled. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was among us, he was teaching straight truth. And many people went off in other directions, but using the basics of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings to fool the people. And what they wanted to do was attract the people and then put their own version into it, twist the teachings around. Now some of them were using it to gain recognition and fame and money. Others were working for the enemy. Those that use it for fame and money and conning the people are still working for the enemy. And we got a lot of groups today that really don't understand why Master Farad had to come. We got a lot of splinter groups, but none of them have done the works of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now let's remind you once again, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had built the nation up to, some say, a $70 million benefit, and they had farms, trucking companies, boats, long list of stuff that they had that a nation should have. Banks, credit line. They could go overseas to other Muslim countries and get money. But you got here today splinter groups, Nation of Gods and Earths, 5%ers, those that are Noble Drew Ali followers, the Moorish Science Temple of America, those that follow Malcolm, those that follow Farrakhan, those that follow Wallace Dean or Wharf Dean, those that follow Khalid, those that's Kemetic, those that's Pan-Africanists. None of these groups would never came about if it weren't for Master Fard Muhammad telling us that we were the original man. So you know that the enemy had to discredit that wisdom and knowledge so he can maintain his grip on us. Now during this holiday, all holidays are displayed, all this season and all holidays in America is a display of white supremacy. Now, a lot of brothers say, well, you know, you just using the YouTube or social media to teach the truth. Yeah, but I'm not charging no money. Because every time you form an organization and meet in a brick and mortar building, the enemy sends agents there, you know, and he influenced the people or encouraged the people not to follow, you know, the leader, or sometimes it's the leader is working for the enemy. And he teaches you the truth up until a certain point and then leads you into another direction. Like Minister Farrakhan. Then you got the Nuwabians. People don't know that Dr. York attended a whole lot of Nation of Islam meetings and sessions. And then when he first started, he formed a group that were Muslims, say they were Ansars, then they changed. Y'all know the story. But we want you to pay attention to the following. Now, a lot of you don't have the Supreme Wisdom lessons, but now they're available online. And at one time, they were only exclusive to the FOI. But we want you to know this, that no one came to you before Master Fard Muhammad and told you that you were original man. The word original. If you are the original, there's an artificial. You call that one mankind or the Caucasian. Pay attention to the first opening or lesson number 1 and the instruction.
To the Muslims of number 1 Michigan. The following is the original rules of instruction to the laborers of Islam and the title of Muslim given by our Savior before his departure, with a footnote of a few words of explanation to lay pressure upon their minds of their many errors in the past and present, that they may see the light and walk therein. I thank you, Elijah Muhammad. Instructions given to the laborers by our Savior W.D. Fard Muhammad. 1. The student must study his assignment lesson number 1. Each student should copy the answers of lesson of Minister Elijah Muhammad and study until the student is able to memorize by heart all